Okay, time for a hot take, hot off the press like hotcakes. I am not a rapper. Guardian article came out this morning saying that Jacqueline Wilson, the esteemed British children's author, has revealed publicly that she's gay. That's pretty interesting. She's very influential to British people up to the age of 40, maybe beyond that. She's written over 100 books and they're well loved despite the illustrations. Her new book does have some gay themes. She's not really covered this before. It's been like a very slight mention. And in an interview promoting her new book, I suppose, she's mentioned how that ties into her own life, and that's the first acknowledgement of her being gay, as it says. She was married to a man in the past, so we didn't interpret her to be gay, but now we do because she's revealed publicly that she is gay. At least according to this headline. This article refers to focusing on a gay character and how Jacqueline doesn't see a problem with being gay, and the book's not specifically aimed at gay teenagers. And she doesn't really see herself as a role model for teens coming to terms with their sexuality, which that's a bit sad, and I'm sure a lot of her readers would disagree with that, but that's up to her. That's all the mentions of the word gay. She doesn't describe herself as gay. In fact, she directly adopts an identity here that somewhat contrasts with gayness. Lesbian is a female synonym for gay, and she said that a friend of hers improvised the word Trishian to describe Jacqueline, and her partner is called Trish, so that's just a cutesy way to say that her sexuality, her romantic interest is based around this one person, and maybe it's been different earlier in her life, but she's comfortable with that identity label. She hasn't gone for gay or lesbian there, and she's quite directly said not lesbian. The full interview is also at The Guardian. The lead is, I've never really been in any kind of closet, so I'll look for the word closet. So anyone who knows her knows that she's in a same-sex relationship. But gay? Again, and you can look through the original article, or you can pause this video and look at the highlighted bits. She does not identify with that term. Or a lesbian, that's just the same quote that was pulled into the shorter article. I'll try the word sexual just as a kind of suffix, bisexual, pansexual, that comes at the end of those words, and that is not in this article. I have read the article, I'm just showing you these keywords. Back to the Trishian bit, because that is the only place where she goes for an identity there. Only one mention, but she says, I think that really sums me up. She's chosen that label, and it is an improvised, pretty silly little word. It doesn't necessarily make sense to everyone. It doesn't make sense to people who are not familiar with Trish. I wasn't familiar with Trish because this article is the first time she's been mentioned publicly, but Trish is Jacqueline's same-sex partner. But does that make her gay? I mean, she doesn't think so. I guess you can say it makes her non-straight, and if queer or LGBTQ+, etc. is a synonym for non-straight, then maybe she fits with that. You have to ask her. It's just pretty ugly how this has been pulled into this short article with the headline that she revealed publicly that she is gay, when that is very much not what she said. She's revealed that she's in a same-sex relationship. The way she describes Trishianism is basically just a factual situationist statement of who she's in love with. And this has been awkwardly and I would say inaccurately distilled into the headline of stating that she's gay. I don't want to go too far in analysing her words in another direction, but her statement here fits closer with definitions of bisexuality, or maybe something on the grey ace spectrum, but that's not the terminology she uses. But neither is gay. She summed it up with this improvised word, and that fits for her. Within the lens of monosexualities, which is how we generally see stuff as a culture, we file people as straight or gay, then I see how this has been distilled to her being gay. She's in the same-sex relationship, and that's how the headline interprets that, because the headline is written from a monosexual perspective. I've just alluded to the perspective of more inclusive identities that might be a bit closer for her, but that's still not what she's gone for. And I think we should respect what she's gone for, even if we can't simplify it within the two-label monosexual system or the more complex system. By avoiding identifying as gay, I think what she's saying is a bit like, it's not that simple. It doesn't fit that model where you choose the label of gay. But actually, what she said here is really simple. She's saying it's not that simple. It's this simple.